Welcome back to Good Morning Delaware. It's your main man, Big Ivan, talking to town, and
Vincenza. Good morning, Delaware, and good morning, Ivan.
Oh my gosh! Look,
this is so great.
It is because
I'm loving this show.
I wanted to start the first episode back in January because this guy has played a huge part on the success of DETV, and I remember during COVID, him and his office did some amazing things, and he's such a supporter of Delaware. I could tell by his shoes. He's a supporter of Delaware. Governor,
and small businesses.
And small businesses and education.
That's right.
I mean, what more can I say? Let's just bring him in. Governor Matt Meyer is here. Gov, how are you? It's like Governor Matt Meyer.
It's really the honor of a lifetime. Really humbling, incredible that the people of Delaware gave me and my wife and my family this opportunity and tremendous responsibility.
Yeah.
People out there, people watching are struggling,
Yeah.
right? They're serious struggles. The cost of living is skyrocketing. The quality of many of our public schools are not what they need to be.
Yeah.
And I understand I was elected for a reason, and I need to put my head down and work hard at it every single day.
And I see you going out every day, and every time you're in front of a camera or something, you're giving people not just hope, you're inspiring, you're inspirational to them. Like what message would you say to Delaware right now? Because the whole Delaware is watching.
Well, the first thing is that Delaware's a special place.
Right.
I actually wasn't born here. I came here as a baby. My parents chose to come here. Low cost of living, easy place to raise a family. The property taxes, they tell me not to say those, are low. There's no sales tax. Life, what we call traffic here, you go to Philly or New York, a big city, right? It's a great place, and I think we can come together and address problems that they're not fixing elsewhere in the country. I think we showed that when I was county executive with homelessness.
Yeah.
Coming up with this crazy idea, the Hope Center, where we created a single facility where everyone came together to help our most vulnerable. And I think we can do that. We can do that to make sure working people get a real shot in Delaware that they're not getting elsewhere in the country.
Yeah. Why is it that's such a passion? Because some politicians talk about it because it's their platform. But for you, and I know, I heard you way back when, before you were even county executive, talk about the same things, education and small business. Why is that such a passion for you?
Well, you know, it's interesting. You're a new marketing director who seems fantastic. When you introduced me to her off air a few minutes ago, first thing she said is, like, was it always your goal to be governor? And I'm like, no, my goal was to be a great teacher. My goal was, I spent a year, as you know, in Iraq as a diplomat. You want to help people. And in the course of helping people, you find barriers every step of the way. You're trying to teach and you find there's craziness in some of the classrooms.
Yeah.
There's craziness in terms of kids coming in and have nothing to eat. They have no access to quality housing, to quality health care. And so that's really what inspired me to run. And if I end up at the end of my term, I haven't done anything about those things, then I'll feel like I kind of wasted my time. I should have just stayed in the classroom and kept teaching. We got to get real things accomplished.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you saying that, because I always believe that politicians are servants to the community, right? Community servants. And I always believe that you have to have a heart of a servant to not only do what you're doing, but to be able to give back to the community and help. And you have to have those difficult conversations and talk about those difficult topics and not be afraid. But that's the only way we'll move the needle forward. Yeah. And I know that Ivan touched on it about your goal and helping the education within the state, because we talk about that here at DETV and Good Morning Delaware, about the importance of our youth, the younger generation. Education is key. And I know that you have been advocating that since day one. Yeah. How many weeks now? 7 weeks?
7 weeks.
7 weeks in, you hit the ground running.
I appreciate that, Vincenza. I also don't want to sugarcoat it. You talk about the education of kids. That's really, really important.
Yes, it is.
To adults and kids across
Absolutely.
our community. There are things we're going to do to move it forward. We're going to have to make hard decisions.
Right.
That means decisions where people are like, wait a second, you're closing down this school, or you're merging this and that together, you're redirecting funding here. Yeah. That's going to impact my kids. And we got to come together as a community, recognize we have a problem. Our public education system is not what it needs, like 45th, 46th in the country. It's not acceptable. Yeah. We need to work together, make hard decisions, and move this thing forward.
So with that, right, with that, your move on education, what gives you the inside, like with the teachers and everything. Like you think like a teacher. You
right.
you was a teacher, and now you're gov.
And I'm used to getting punished every day like a teacher. when you go into class, I mean, I can tell you my first year teaching, I'd planned everything. My teacher training program was fantastic. I'd planned everything out week by week, day by day.
Right.
And by like the third day of the school year in September, I wanted to take the whole binder and just burn it, like throw it away.
They lied
the
to me.
kids, they were running in circles around me. What do I do? And it prepares you. It prepares you for a job like governor. I can tell you that.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
You know, being a educator, I have so much admiration for those who are teachers, educators, and it does take a great level of patience because you have to be that way with whether you're teaching the younger generation or even the older generation. You have to have a great level of patience. And I definitely can see that it prepares you for the next level, right? Now, which is the governor. So let's talk about it a little bit more. How does it feel?
It's good. It's good. I think Newcastle County Executive running our state's largest local government was fantastic training. But for this, people want a vision. They want someone who can communicate that vision, and they want someone who can execute on that vision. They don't want someone to stand up and make promises. They want to hear plans, and they want to see execution of those plans that turn into progress. And so that's what we're focused on every day. There's a lot of distractions. There are a lot of people talking, including down in DC at the White House, talking about things that can get you off course. But I want Delawareans to know they have a leader who's going to stay focused on those things that really matter to Delawareans. And quite frankly, when we're able to find ways that some of the craziness in DC or whatever can help us achieve our goals, protect communities, and move forward, we're going to do that. And so it's every day is a challenge, interesting and fun, but in some ways not quite as hard as that first year teaching fourth grade.
Well, they always say it's supposed to be hard because if it were easy, everybody would be doing it, right? And that hard sets you up for greatness, and that's what we always strive for. And I think it's important that we touch on this as well. That I don't know if with the camera shot can showcase your shoe wear that you are.
The shoe cam.
The
Give
shoe
me a shoe
cam. Because the first thing I noticed when you walked through the door was like, oh, I love those shoes. They look familiar. So shout out to
I'm telling
Randall.
you, it's Randall Law of
Cool Kid
Generation.
Yes, that's
go
right.
to coolgeneration.com with a K. I'm not employed by him or involved with it or anything.
You just like
I'm
the
just
shoe.
a fan.
Right,
I'm
you're
a
a
customer
fan.
and a fan. And let me tell you this, I now wear them at conferences of governors and stuff
what they
like that.
say when you walk
All
in?
the governors are like, where'd you get those kicks? Where'd you get those sneakers?
Yeah.
It's like, he's got something. And I think there are a lot of businesses, I mean, it's not even, we were talking before small business. I think the small business definition, according to the Small Business Administration, is like under 500 employees or something, right? There are a lot of like micro businesses, small. Randall Law, I don't even know, what does he have, 1, 2, 3 people? Man, but something like this.
Put out a good product,
Oh my
right?
God, I mean, it could hit it big. And I think there are a lot of little companies like that around that, when you give them attention and really pay attention to what they're doing. They got stuff that's really cool, not just here in Delaware, but across the world.
I see you doing a lot of that. You're doing a lot of focusing on small businesses, right? Just like you're focusing on education. Small business here in Delaware, is it a good thing? Is it?
Yeah, what I really think, I think the Democratic Party nationally lost business owners, lost small business owners.
How so?
They just, the Democratic Party, if you look in the past 20, 30 years, back in Bill Clinton days, I think small business was on board with, they felt like that was the best opportunity to grow business. In the last 20, 30 years, I think Democratic Party has gotten the reputation, maybe unfairly, and I'm a Democrat, I'm a proud Democrat, been a Democrat my whole life, but gotten the reputation as the party that puts regulation on small business. That if you're a small business owner who wants to grow and create jobs and take your ideas and put them in action, it's the Democratic Party that's going to limit you. And we really need to change that narrative. We got to make sure that Delaware is the place to create and grow a business. And if we do that, all the other things we're talking about, educating our kids, providing quality health care, providing quality affordable housing, all become much, much easier.
And I appreciate you saying that. As a small business owner myself, I'm always paying attention to what is happening within the state and all of the regulations. And I've noticed even after the pandemic, it's been very difficult to navigate. It's 5 years since the pandemic, and it's been very difficult to navigate what is the best way to stay relevant and also stay afloat. Because the cost of everything is going high. Inflation is still through the roof.
Right.
And so we're always trying to come up with different ways to survive. So I do appreciate you highlighting the fact that you're advocating for small businesses and even micro businesses, because I consider myself a micro business.
How many employees do you guys
like
have?
Less than 20. Like
Gotcha,
it's
yeah.
and
And
half
those are
of them are
20
my family.
lives
So
that depend on that.
Yeah.
And if you could
Right.
increase your sales by 10, 20%, imagine what that would mean to your employees,
Yeah.
right? And try
tremendous.
those garlic knots if you get a chance. Buy a few.
I appreciate you saying that. See, there you go. Small business support right here. Thank you for that. We really appreciate that. So let's talk about some of your community events, because I know that you have been out and about.
Everywhere.
I mean, I've seen you on television. I've seen you out at events. I've seen you
painting the
work.
line.
Yes,
Painting the green
St.
line.
Patrick's
Yeah.
Day
That's right.
Parade in
That's right.
in
A
the
couple
city
of
of
them.
Wilmington.
That's
Couple
right.
of
them.
This weekend was particularly interesting because on Thursday, my wife took off and went to Disney World, which meant that I was, and she's having a great time,
Without
long
you.
lines and stuff. What's that?
Without you. She's
Without me,
she's having
great
a ball.
time. Without me, I had a busy working weekend with my 1-year-old, Levi.
Right.
And first of all, shout out to single parents out there. I've had 5 days of single parenthood working, you know, a full day and more. God bless you, like single parents. I mean, I got
You
one.
had him somewhere with
I
you.
had him in a parade.
Yeah,
we
the
went to a
parade.
number
I
of
saw
events.
pictures.
I saw pictures,
with him,
yeah.
Yeah, childcare is expensive, man. I'm serious. It is. No joke.
Someone's in the comments right now. Like, fix that, gun.
Yeah, childcare is expensive.
It is,
Yeah,
man.
it's a personal passion issue for myself and my wife. But seriously, to single parents, I'm like, she gets home at 11 o'clock tonight. I have the time, whatever. If her plane's like 10 minutes late, I'm going to freak out. Right? But it's hard. I love my son. He's the best kid, but it's really challenging. And for parents out there with 2, 3 kids, working 1, 2 jobs, just trying to make ends meet. God bless you. God bless.
Wow. I hear a lot of your platform is based on experience, right? And that's one good thing, because out of many, because you understand now, you're talking about the experience with childhood, like, yo, oh my God, this is, it's expensive. Being a teacher, oh my God, this is what it needs. This is what the kids need. So that's what I love about someone that's lived an experience that can now make decisions because they understand. There's a lot of politicians that don't understand what it's like being a business owner. You was talking about when you was away, you helped it was a sandal company, right?
A sandal company.
So small business.
They didn't look like this, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd have a lot more money. I'd have Randall Law type money, big money. Yeah.
But no, I love that. I love the way that you have the experience, and then you can go back to the community. Like, I understand what that feel like, and it hurts.
Yeah.
Let me make something happen right
That's
there.
right.
So I appreciate.
And there's
that.
nothing. Listen, you guys both know. There's nothing like doing something, creating something, implementing it, where it really helps people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I got from. That's why these jobs are so like. It's I don't know if addictive is the right word, but it gives you a rush. No matter what I could do, I could go create a company, make all this money. That doesn't feel as good as being a 4th grade teacher, where you take a kid who walked in the beginning class and said, I can't do that,
Right.
and then walk out the end saying, oh, I did that. Yeah, and I feel like as governor, I have a chance to do that on a larger scale, not just with classrooms, but with small business owners, with people trying to get critical health care, with trying to find a place to live, buy a home, buy a dream. And I think you and what you do have some of that as well.
Thank you.
Right. I know. Sorry. I
No,
mean,
you're good.
I know that Ivan can agree with me when I can say that we've had the opportunity and the honor to get to know you outside of politics, as just
The Schwinn bike. I remember the brother on the Schwinn bike.
And I always share with everyone, Matt's relatable, down to earth.
What was the play? Hamilton. He said, I'll vote for that guy because I can have a beer with him.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if he drank, but he's relatable, right?
St. Patrick's Day. What do you want me to do?
But I know,
3 summers ago.
I know Ivan and I have had the opportunity again to get to know you over the years, and here at DETV, and we feel very fortunate to even just witness your career and how you continue to blossom in the political sector. But it's really nice to know that, hey, when the cameras are off, like you out behind the scenes, where a lot of people don't get to see, is that you're just like us, relatable. And hardworking and care, and that's something that I always share
likes
with
the
everyone.
Eagles. He likes the Eagles.
I always share that with everyone.
Super Bowl champion.
Oh, my
Super
bad.
Bowl, right.
Super Bowl. Did you see him out there throwing the beads? We got it all on drone. Yeah, I remember. Super Bowl champion, Eagles.
That's right.
And before we go, you got to give us a chant.
Wait, before that, let me just tell us. Day before yesterday was the spelling bee.
Oh,
This
yeah.
yesterday.
Saturday.
Day before Saturday was the spelling bee, right? And they had me speak to all of them. And I had written in my talking points a line that I decided not to do because it was kids.
Right.
I said, how do you spell cowboy?
Oh.
S-T-I-N-K-S.
Oh, did they laugh?
I didn't
No,
say
he didn't do
it.
it.
Oh, you didn't
I
say
didn't
it?
do it. I didn't, in case there were a Cowboys fan, I didn't want to make
You don't
Dad,
wanna
parents
upset
were like, "Boo
anybody."
that
They would
man,
think that state
boo."
government was biased
Didn't
against
feel
him. and
right. That's okay. You read the audience.
Yeah.
Didn't feel right.
Yeah, go Birds.
Go Birds.
E-N-T-L-E-S.
That's
Super Bowl
right.
champs.
Look, I know you got to get out of here. Thanks again, man, for just coming by the
Yes.
plaza.
Thank you so much. Can I just say one last thing before I go? You're about to hear from leaders at Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yes.
I hear story upon story. I don't think a week goes by that I don't hear extraordinary work that the Make-A-Wish Foundation does. I know it's a time where everyone's trying to dig into their pocket, whatever. If you can throw me a few coins, do whatever you can to support Make-A-Wish. It's transforming lives of our most vulnerable kids.
I agree. When I was on the phone with him about 2 weeks ago, right? And you hear Make-A-Wish and you just think one thing, right? But on the phone with him, I was so taken back. I was like, oh my God, I need to have you on the show. Yeah. Like just the lives that they help, and it's more than the wish.
Yeah.
It's more than a wish. I'm so honored that they're here, man. It is definitely an organization doing tremendous things. And I heard you guys are coming, making more of an implant down here in Delaware. I love it. She like, the CEO is like, yes, I love it. I love it. But we're bringing them on next. Make sure you stay tuned. Governor, thank you so much for stopping.
Yes,
thank you
thank
for all your
you.
support.
Thank you. Don't be a
Appreciate it.
stranger. Don't
Sounds
forget
good.
about us.
Yeah.
right?
I don't forget about you. I'm here.
And anytime he got some good words they want to get out, we here. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Dr. Dawn. Is it Dr. Dawn? It's Dr. Dawn. Yeah, Dawn. How are you today?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks
Great
for
to
joining.
be here. Great to be here. It's beautiful. I love it.
Before we get into Shabazz OG,
Yes.
I'm going to say Homecoming 2.0.
It was 2.0. Yes, it was.
How was it for you?
Homecoming, wonderful, phenomenal. You can't ask for better. Could not ask for better. I mean, just amazing. Everybody said this was like Homecoming number 2. You know, and I think that's what it's going to be coined. This is Homecoming number 2.
Now let me ask the man of the hour that's here. I was gonna say Dr. Shabazz.
Dr.
Dr.
Shabazz. All
OG.
right, you got it. We got you. We like that. He likes that.
I was leaving Homecoming 2.0, ran into Shabazz in the parking lot, and I met him 8 years ago today. And what did you think about the game at the link?
It was great. I mean, I was surprised to see and pleased to see that many people.
Yes.
You know, at a, I've never been to a college football game. I've always seen the stadiums filled, but I'm friends with Michael Vick and I'm friends with Deshaun Jackson.
Oh.
So it was a duality for
Sure,
me to see both of my guys in that atmosphere with that many people supporting them. And then like, I think her name is Keisha said earlier, you know, Meek being there and Cam Newton and AI and, you know, just an abundance of people there out to support. My whole family was there. My mother, brothers and sisters, nieces, nephews. So it was a great time. I enjoyed myself, and I'm glad that the weather was good.
Oh my goodness. A little shaky there at first, right? We didn't know what was going to happen.
I didn't know what was going
We
on.
were rolling with it.
You know, it was actually raining on the way to the stadium. But by the time everything settled,
Perfect.
it was a good night.
Perfect.
I think we said we had 7 minutes, then the rains were going to pass, but it was a fabulous night. So I'm leaving, Chris and I are leaving, and we run into Shabazz, and Shabazz was like, he was like, yo, man, like, call me. I'm like, no, look, I got you. But he has this initiative, 3 to 30 seconds, that's super amazing, right? This initiative for critical thinking.
Right.
And he was telling me about it, and it was just it was refreshing to hear, right? And I'm gonna let you talk about the initiative and how you came about it with it. Share it with us.
Well, I used to be a very impulsive guy, in terms of attitude and in the moment when things are going wrong, you know, you don't stop to think, you just react. And then, You know, my mother used to tell us, my mother used to try to teach this to us young, because she used to have this thing she'll say, you know, don't do X, Y, and Z, because once you do it, it'll be too late to say, uh-oh.
Can't take it back.
You can't take it back. So, of course, I didn't learn it. You know, she
Not
said
the
it,
first
but
time,
it took
right?
me no time. It took me my whole life practically.
Yeah,
But, you know, fast forward to now, after, you know, being outside, being in the streets, being in prison, and just seeing where society is today with the social constructs, the social media interactions, how much influence it has over the youth and adults. I see a lot of people throw their lives away in less than 30 seconds. And so I just I came up with it one day, like, wow, 3 to 30 seconds can really change your life for 3 to 30 years. And like, and you can't get it back. Like, and I tell people, like, just look at a lot of situations. And you see people going to prison for a very long time. And whatever it is that they did, it literally took them less than 30 seconds to do it. So I started to teach it on my social media platform. And then, you know, as I traveled to prisons, schools, you know, any institutions, I just really started to coin that phrase until they caught on. So now a lot of people have subscribed to that. I get a lot of testimonies from a lot of people who tell me, I'm grateful and appreciative that you even came up with this, because I had people telling me they applied it when they were in traffic. You know, Shabazz, I had road rage today, man, and you the first person came to my mind. Like, I've had numerous testimonies of people reaching out to me, because I'm one of those guys. I'm very interactive on my social media. I reply to all my DMs. If you send me a DM, it's going to get answered. So that's how I really built the foundation of my interaction with my platform. And so a lot of people let me know how much that part of critical thinking means to them, because they apply it, and it's been helpful to a lot of people.
Everyday life, not just in those critical traffic moments, but everyday life, I'm
exactly, sure. Dawn, because it started with me thinking about young guys that I want to keep from going to prison. You know, we try to keep them on the right path, teach them how to think and not react, and to practice it. That's the biggest part of it. I try to encourage people, don't try to do it from the hip. In the moment. Right. This is something that you really have to take time and effort and tell yourself, I want to learn to do this. I want to learn to think before I react.
Behavior.
So it's something that you have to train and condition yourself to do, because if you don't, then you can find yourself, you know, in really bad situations. So, you know, it started with trying to encourage younger guys to stay out of prison. But the more I thought about it, the more I talked about it, and the more people I interacted with, I came to find out, like, wow, this is something that everyone can use, from children to adults. I even, like I was telling Ivan on Thursday, I have a children's book that's teaching critical thinking from ages 2 to 7, and it also has a jingle that goes with it. And it's short and simple, you know, no arguing, no fighting, no yelling, no weapons. Stop and think for 3 to 30 seconds. So, you know, I have a producer who put a little beat to it, and it's a jingle,
like
but
that.
it's easy.
Yeah, man.
You know, so it's just like, it's simple. You know, I have some video drops from a lot of different friends of mine, and Kevin Hart gave me a drop, and Kev said, you know, it's simple, but yet so profound.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what we're running with, 3 to 30 seconds.
I think in our community growing up, right, that there was really no critical thinking model or anyone teaching it that looked like us, right? They just said, don't do this or don't do that, right?
Or get beat up.
Yeah, right. Someone hit you, hit them back, right?
Yeah.
But when you have a message like this coming from someone that looks like us, that's in the community, that's different. It hits a little different. And especially like following you on your social media, your social media is not rah-rah, right?
Nah.
You want to explain how it goes?
I just can't do it.
It's not
you
rah-rah.
know what it is? It's because I'm authentic.
Right.
Like, I really was outside. I was really around, you know what we consider to be quote unquote made men. Right. You know, so I was raised in the street. I was raised by solid men. You know, even though we were outside doing things that we shouldn't have been doing, I have this thing where I say, you know, I grew up in an era where there was a right way to do wrong. Right? So we had a certain type of integrity. We had a certain type of code. So when I came on social media, I came as my authentic self.
Right.
I don't know how to be goofy.
Right.
I don't know how to be destructive, in that sense. I don't know how to do some of the things that I see people doing for attention. And more importantly, when I realized that my platform, because when I first started, I was a little, like back in the times when you met me,
Yeah.
I was coming out of my abrasive stage.
Right.
I used to talk like I was standing on 52nd and Parkside. But I had to remember that, I was shown. I didn't remember, I was shown, and then I had to adhere to, this is becoming a place of responsibility. I have women reaching out to me for advice. I have young 17-year-old boys, 18-year-old guys telling me, hey, I really look up to you and what you're doing on social media, because I don't have a dad, I don't have big brothers. So as I started to understand the direction that the page was going in and how much influence I was having, my first repost came from Meek Mill. Meek is my man, and he's the first person to ever repost me.
Wow.
And that post went viral. So after that, more people got acclimated to the page. So then once I started to realize there's too many eyes on you. And I had a conversation with myself one day. I didn't want to become the person who people said, no, he really talked that talk. He really be on point, but he cursed too much.
Oh, gotcha.
He's really good here, but it's cringy because he's using too much profanity.
Yeah.
So I caught myself. Then my mother, I had to think about my mom. Harry, why are you doing so much cursing? So these are the things that started. So I had to realize, like, be yourself, but you have a vocabulary. You're an intelligent dude.
Yes.
You easy on the eyes. You don't take over. Don't subtract nothing from yourself. Because you don't want to be the guy that people.
I think that's black moms everywhere.
Love. Yeah,
Yes.
you don't want to be the
Give
guy
them a
that people
reason to
love
question.
everything that you
Yes.
do.
Be distracted
But then
by.
it's like, but that's just that one little thing. So now I'm just cool with the people who can't handle the truth.
Yes.
I'm cool with the people who can't handle realism.
Yeah.
Because I have those people who don't like what I do, because I'm a big advocate for accountability. And a lot of people are afraid of that. So those people, I'm okay
You're
when they
okay
don't
with that,
support.
right,
But
right.
I don't want to do anything myself personally to strip me of any power of influence that could, help our society and our community.
You're talking about 3 to 30 seconds that people are doing it in traffic. What are they doing in traffic? Because Dawn,
What are they saying?
Yeah, because Dawn be like, she be ready to throw down. You know what I mean?
No.
So she might
In a
even do
rush, in a
it.
rush.
She
You
might
gotta
even do it in her car.
It's funny. What's today? Today's Monday?
Monday.
So Saturday, I was on my way. I was leaving the hotel on my way to go eat. And as we're coming off, I'm on Chestnut Street going towards Broad, and people are going south on Broad. And the light turns, and of course, somebody is in the intersection.
Of course.
So this person that's next to us, they can't get through because that car is in front of them. Now, this man can't move.
Right.
It's too late. He's there now. Car's in front of him, car's behind. But this car gets angry and he leans on the horn. And the guy in the intersection, he leaned back and
And what?
That
no, he
wasn't
just,
me.
he just gave, he didn't give this not the finger he gave
never.
him, but
Oh, it was
just the other finger. And
He
he
used
just,
his,
but he did it so
in the moment,
hard.
he meant that.
From the bottom of his heart, he
that's
meant,
unfortunate.
But again, these are the things that happen. I just posted on my social media not long ago. Last week, a 23-year-old girl, she's mad. She was sitting at the light. It turned green. She didn't move. The guy behind her blew the horn. They pull off. She gets behind him, follows him, throw a bullet through the back window, shoot him and kill him.
Wow.
She's 23. He was 21. Her life is done.
Yeah.
23 years old. Again, 3 to 30 seconds can change your life from 3 to 30 years.
In that moment.
In that
So
moment, road
powerful.
rage.
So powerful.
Yeah.
Well, you got an event coming up November 9th.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Ooh, talk about it. Let's
So
go.
I'm doing a live talk show. It's
Okay.
called, live talk show in front of a studio audience.
Oh,
I did my
shoot.
first one. I did the first one.
We gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta
Yeah,
go.
I did the
Okay.
first one in Baltimore, September 28th. Very successful. I had some great guests, Chi Ali, my man Stokey, and a young lady, Talisha Hunter. They had some very great stories to share. So Philadelphia is my second stop, November 9th. I'll be interviewing Daoud Bey,
Oh, wow.
a good friend of mine, Steve Gordon, Stevie G, Sunday Carter, Philadelphia Freeway will
What a
be
lineup.
performing and interviewed, and also my brother Q Parker from the group 112 will also be a guest and a performer. So what I did with 3 to 30 seconds live, because again, I want to just keep that whole 3 to 30
Yes,
seconds,
powerful.
you know, prevalent. In the age that we're in now with the social media and digital, you know, interaction, I just believe what we once had, the nostalgia of interaction is missing. So I used to like Arsenio Halls. I used to like, you know, watching the talk shows and,
Yes, yes.
like, but in the interaction with the audience, you know, the host comes
yes.
out, address the audience.
Connection, that
So
personal
exactly.
connection,
So
yes.
I like that personal interaction. So as you know, as opposed to continuing down the podcast path, because they just, in my opinion, just have burnt that out. I just didn't want to do it. So I just decided
You want
to
to connect.
Right, I wanted to do
connect,
something
yes.
different, give people an opportunity to do two things, interact with one another and also interact with the guests. Yes, I know a lot of celebrities. I have a lot of celebrity friends and associates, but I also deal with a lot of everyday common people who have real stories to tell that people can be inspired by and motivated by. So I want those people to get an opportunity to be highlighted. And then I want an audience to be there to feel that impact. And if you have a question for that person, hey, stand up, you got a
Yes,
question?
yes.
And you ask it, because now
moment.
people have something tangible that they can take home with them, that they can share, that they can learn from, benefit from. So I just decided that that's what I wanted to do to create that dynamic and that atmosphere so we can have that interaction. So yeah, November 9th, we're gonna be here in Philly, and then November 23rd, I will be in Miami.
Well, I guess we gotta go to Miami.
We're on the road.
We're on the road.
guys.
You don't really need no excuse to go to Miami. So this is a perfect reason to go.
Right. I love it.
I love it,
Where can
yeah.
people find out more about 3 to 30 seconds?
Well, I'm on social media every day. Shabazz the OG, SHABAZZTHEOG on social on Instagram, TikTok as well, and with X.
Right, not Twitter no
I be
more.
forgetting, in X. But I also have a website. There's some merch there, shabaztheog.com, and that's what you can pretty much keep up with me at. I have something new that I'm getting ready to start for YouTube. I'm not going to say anything about it, but you got to stay tapped in.
As long as we get the interview, right?
Yeah. What I'm about to do on YouTube is going to be a game. I want to say it so bad, but I'm gonna wait.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna wait.
Suspense.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let y'all have 3 to 30 seconds for now. But I have something else that I'm working on for YouTube. You know, with my team, the CCM agency, my man Danny and Fats, we working really hard to just continue to expand the Shabazz the OG brand in its branches as much as possible.
So proud of you. So happy for you.
I love it. He the man, the OG.
Yes, power of influence.
He the OG. Shabazz, thanks for coming, man.
No, man, I really appreciate you guys for having me. You know, again, you and I met 8 years ago, man. And everything happens when it's supposed to. You know, not as we want it to. You know, and before I go, I definitely want to shout out my team, the TMT Digital Network. You know, Maria, Wayne, and the rest. Yeah, we have a network where it's a subscription-based network where we're putting up content, just like a YouTube or Hulu. You know, it's our own subscription. Yes. So if you go to TMTDN in your Apple search, for the apps, the TMTDN app is there for the TMT Digital Network, and you know you can reach out to them, put some content on there. Absolutely, because that's what you're going to see 3 to 30 seconds live.
Okay,
it'll be on the TMT Digital Network. Absolutely.
You need to bring him to come talk to the students at DSU.
Powerful.
Listen, 2017, when the day that you met me, I was at Del State that day.
Yes, you
Delaware State was my first stop. I was at an elementary school that day. I did a community center that day, and then I came and met you. I was in Delaware the entire day that day.
And that's like the thing. When I met him back then, I was like, bro, can I get an interview? He's like, yeah, come on.
Of course.
I saw him, hey, bro, can I get an interview?
Always willing.
Just look, come get, send a black card.
What I tell you, Thursday in the parking lot. Listen,
So me and Chris.
I don't believe in big eyes and little U's, man. One thing I think our culture is missing is we all are sustaining our livelihoods, right?
Yeah.
That's all of us. But I just believe it's unfortunate that once people make it, you only want to interact and deal with the other people who've made it.
Yes.
Somebody else
That's
is trying to
true.
make it,
Yeah.
you know, and it's
Yeah.
Bring 'em
okay
up with you.
to
Yeah.
pick and choose. You have to be selective,
Yes.
obviously, but just don't forget. You
Yes,
know,
you have to be trusting with that.
I told you when I saw you Thursday. As soon as I saw you, I said, man, Freeway done told me three different times.
Three, not three.
Three. Freeway done told me 3 different times. Oh man, the man DET down in Delaware, three different
And you're
occasions.
here.
And then I run into him.
He ran into me.
Run into him
Wow.
in the parking lot,
Universe.
coming off the
Yes.
field.
Yep.
Yep.
Universe.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Just like that.
Here we are.
And we see.
We
Wait
love
to
it.
the
We love
future.
it.
Wait what happens next. When someone else
Gotta
says,
be quiet.
boom. Okay, we ain't
We're
gonna
here.
come
We got 2 trips coming.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm
That's
around.
right. Philly and Miami.
Yeah, I'm around.
3 to 30 seconds. Make sure you can change your life. Make sure you tap into Shabazz the OG on Instagram. That digital channel you can go to is
TMT Digital Network, but the app is TMTDN. So if you go to the Apple App Store, you go to TMTDN and download the app.
I tell you what, Shabazz, you got 30 seconds. That's your
Talk to
camera.
'em.
Tell them about 3 to
Yes,
30
tell 'em.
seconds.
Hey, listen, 3 to 30 seconds will change your life from 3 to 30 years. Stop, pause, breathe when you find yourself in a moment of confrontation, and just think about what's gonna happen after you do whatever it is that just made you angry. Because once you do it, can't get it back.
Hi, I'm Carrie Ann Otanio. I'm Vice President of Engagement with Opera Delaware here in Wilmington, Delaware, and we are at the Opera Delaware Studios getting ready for our first opera death match.
We have a really unique opportunity with Opera Delaware to have a platform for our own programming. And so it kind of started as a germ within my brain where I was like, what if we take dramatic rivalries throughout opera that have these like really exciting moments and put that together in a program, and what could that look like? And then when we started thinking even more, we brought in the idea of what if Dave Tiberi, who's a friend of Carrie Ann's, would want to be interested, and immediately he jumped on and had so many ideas. And so we've been able to craft essentially a storyline that becomes an interactive event. So it's not just a normal stand and sing concert. It has aspects from boxing as a part of it. And so we are using boxing to tell our story top to bottom. Each of us 4 singers plays a different character as well. Kind of an archetype of the voice type that we are. And it plays into the types of music that we sing as well.
Strength of this program is we are friends, the 4 of us singers, so we're always looking for projects to do, and this is just such a brand new idea that not only connects us to the community, but gives a good way to show opera in a different light. Like if you know boxing, come see opera, and you might find that you love the music. There are a lot of similarities in the rivalry, in the level of dynamics, not only from sound, but of your body and just the passion of the moment. So I think it's a great marriage of opera and boxing. And off stage, we're the best of friends, but on stage, we rough and tumble a little bit.
And it's great that Opera Delaware has the company artist model because we are in charge of everything. So that goes from choosing the music, chosen some very powerful pieces that you probably won't even see unless you go into the big city. So we're bringing you top quality opera right here in Delaware.
I said opera music is stiff or difficult, but in the boxing vibe, watching the music and hearing the opera music, we are so glad and thankful to make a crack and in this thinking. So we love it.
It means a lot for me sharing this music with the audience because it's not only fun and push the button, play the piano or sing. there is something powerful behind of all of this music, which is with word and acting and sharing our emotions, reminding the audience and us too to become human day after day.
$20 link from Amazon. Thank you.
I feel like I want to take it back. That's right. You want to go back to when it was easy. You know what I mean? Or when there were house parties and red lights and red lights and blue lights was a little bit before my time, but house parties. But anyway, Miss Delaware USA is in the building.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you handle this one because.
Thank you. I was hoping you were going to pass it to me for this one. So welcome back, everyone, to Good Morning Delaware. Very excited to introduce our next guest. We have Miss Delaware USA 2025, Tetra Shockley in the house. Good morning, Tetra.
Good morning, Vincenza and Ivan. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Well, we're very excited for you to be with us again.
Yes.
So Tetra's no stranger to DETV and Good Morning Delaware, and we do appreciate that you are wearing a new hat.
New piece.
A new hat. I love it. I love it. And you do wear many hats, which we will talk about.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
Congratulations on winning the title of Miss Delaware USA 2025. It was only a few short weeks, right?
Was.
Well, actually, it will be a month now.
Almost a month.
Yes, that's
this
right.
month flew by.
That's right. This month flew by very quickly.
Yes.
So and Ivan was there.
So let me tell you.
Ivan was
let me
there.
tell you
He witnessed
I went last year, right, and had a great time. I didn't know what to expect. And I was like, I'm never going to miss another one. So I go and I'm like, I'm like, okay, this is beautiful. Wow. Again. And I sat up close the last time. This one I snuck in the back. And I'm sitting down like, and they're like, and the winner is, I was like, oh, I know her.
It took you all the way to the winner to remember me?
Yeah, because I'm sitting there like, okay, I know her, I know. But when you came up, and I got one of the best pictures, right, of you. And I was like, oh my God, I was shocked. I was blown away. And congratulations.
Yeah. And Ivan, thank you so much for coming out and supporting. It means so much to me, but it also means so much to everyone at the pageant because you're a celebrity. Am I right?
Yeah.
You are a celebrity. Yes. All of the contestants know you.
Am I?
Yes.
That's what I thought they were looking at me like, yo, he's about to take my wallet. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like.
No, you are a celebrity. You are a local celebrity, and people know you. And they were very excited that you took the time out of your very busy schedule to come out and support the organization and the show. And it meant the world to all of the contestants.
I'm supporting anything that you ladies do. I think it's one of the most fabulous things that Delaware has to offer, right? I really do. Because again, for years, Vincenza's been here with me for 4 years, and I only been to 2 of her events, and I feel so bad about that, right? And then when I went last year, I believe I called Dennis from there, and I was like, bro, like, and there was a lot of cussing in it, right? And I was like, yo, you won't believe the beat that I just saw. This beat was amazing. Like it was top level, top tier. The production.
Vincenza is awesome. Her production is awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to have this next year with her.
Well,
let's talk about that.
So we need to talk about that. So yes.
Okay, so do you want to go sit on that side? Because I want to interview both of y'all. Because I want to talk about and I know we saw the winners from last year. What does this year look like for her? Brand new, made history. Lawyer, mom, wife, like Miss Delaware USA. What does this year look like for her? Because I saw there was a lot of photo ops before and a lot of events that, the other one had to go to. What's it look like for her this year?
So I will start this answer and I will let you finish, but it's going to be a history-making year. We've already made history and we're going to continue to set the bar even higher.
That's right.
Look at that beautiful photo.
There, look at that.
I'm
Boom,
so
boom.
proud of that photo. But Tetra, let's talk about your reign and what you plan to do with this new title of Miss Delaware USA.
Oh man, so many things. I'm so honored. What I hope happens with this reign is that so many women in Delaware, really all over the country, but my heart's with Delaware, is that we are inspired to know that there really is no glass ceiling. You know, God changed the rules for me to be able to do this pageant. Just 2 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to, because I'm a wife, because I'm a mother, because I'm 44 years old. I wouldn't have qualified for Miss USA. And so here I am. And so I hope it inspires women to know, people to know that it's never too late. And any dream that God put on your heart, he will absolutely bring that thing to pass for you.
Have you ever been counted out of anything?
Oh yeah. Listen, my mom was 19 years old, a college freshman when she got pregnant with me. I'm from Sussex County, Delaware. I'm the first person on my mom's side of the family to get a college degree, let alone be an attorney with my own firm. So there wasn't much expected of me.
Right.
And so I've risen above, you know, what life's expectations were for me. And I consider myself, even in the pageant world, the girl with the braces and the glasses and the acne. Whoever would have thought when I was 11 years old watching these pageants on TV that I would sit here today as Miss Delaware USA. So I've been counted out of a lot, but I know who I am and I know who I serve. And so I just believe that whatever's for me will not pass me by.
I know that's right. Hey, Dennis, do me a favor. Can you put that, the one picture right back in the center screen? I love that picture because I just want to celebrate you right now because, and I know you've been counted out too. Like that, look that right there. The other one, Dennis.
That's beautiful.
that is, yeah.
That's everything, right, Tetra, that photo. How were you feeling in that moment?
It was surreal because, again, 2 years ago, this moment, really a year ago, because 2 years ago, if you were a wife and a mother, you could compete, but still not if you were over 29.
Correct.
So just last year, they changed the rules to even allow me to enter this space.
No age
so that
limit.
was a very surreal moment. And it really, I felt like that little girl who thought she never could. And it was like, this is for you.
What do you want other women to take away? Like when they hear your story, now I know you're going to tell this story, right? Little girl with braces, Sussex County, like counted out before it was even counted in, right? Like, what do you want? Like, and I know you got the teens, and she's going to do her thing, but what do you want the women? Because there's a lot of women out here a lot of people out here right now that just feel like giving up. What do you want them to know? What message do you have for them?
Please don't give up. That's number one, is please don't give up. If you have breath in your body, there's a chance for whatever that thing is that seems insurmountable. But one of my passions it's called You Are the Crown. It's a nonprofit. And You Are the Crown is based on Isaiah 62:3, which says, and you shall be a crown in the hand of God, a royal diadem in the hand of your Lord. And what that speaks to me is that my value isn't in any of the hats that I wear, including a crown. It says that I am the crown. So I'm the thing of value. And so what I want women to recognize is that you're valuable. You still have something to offer this world, no matter what your situation and circumstance looks like. And your experience do not dictate your identity, your purpose, and your abilities. So I would just encourage them to just keep believing.
I feel like we need to give another crown. I feel like we need a whole DTV thing going on. Like DTV, good God. Okay.
Yes. So Tetra is, I obviously know what's happening in throughout Tetra's journey, but I would love to share with all of our viewers and listeners about what's next, because now you are preparing for the Miss USA pageant.
The big one?
The big one.
The big one.
It's coming up this fall. They haven't announced the date, but I'll let Tetra share a little bit more about how you were preparing for the pageant and the excitement that is just building up.
There's so much excitement. So I am the oldest lady to ever take the Miss USA stage.
You hear that?
Right? So that's more history. So I'm very excited about that. But the prep for it is intense. So there are walking lessons and interview prep. And I have so many wonderful sponsors who are just pouring into Vincenza's vision. Really, I'm benefiting from her credibility and her integrity and just who she is as a woman in this community. So, but I still, in the midst of the prep, want to be out in my community, supporting my community, local businesses. I love to do speaking engagements at the local schools and things like that. So yes, please. But lots of prep, and we have costumes to prepare.
We have a state costume, the evening gown, interview. And do you want to give a shout out to your personal trainer?
I do want to give a shout out to the love of my life and my husband of almost 20 years, Jerome Fit Mode Shockley, who beat me into shape for the Miss Delaware USA
Did you see how
pageant.
she paused? Did you see how she introduced her love of her life?
Oh, that's my man.
Wow.
My man,
Great
my
support
man, my
system.
And make sure you come out with that book, okay? like, yeah, my man, my man, my man, my man.
20 years.
And I
still
saw
my
him
best
there.
friend.
I saw him there, and he was so. I think I saw the tear.
He was so proud.
He was so
He
proud.
really was. We
And
saw
he
that.
just, while you were, when we were in the lobby and there were all the pictures, he was just standing there, and I was standing next to him, so I'm looking, right?
You could tell.
And it's just watching the love in his eyes
Yes.
and the energy that he was giving off. Like he was like, "That's my baby.
That's right.
And you go do it. You gotta be right here."
That's right.
And it was amazing to see. So shout out to what's his name?
Jerome.
Shout out to Jerome,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, he's a good man.
And
good
thank
man.
you for that, because I couldn't do it without him. And so I get a lot of the credit, but without that solid foundation at home, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So thank you for acknowledging my man.
Of course, we had to. It's super important to make
I'm
sure.
gonna need Jerome to write a book.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah, let him write a book. Shoot.
And Tetra, you have two beautiful children.
Yes,
that
they
are
were
also
there
there
too.
supporting you.
Yes.
And it was beautiful to see the family support. And every single contestant, we always embrace that support system. Every
Yeah.
single contestant. And we thank all of the families and friends that come out and support the organization.
Yes.
But if you wanted to give a shout out to your two children, I know that would be really
I
important.
do. So my son is 14. His name is Jaden. He's going to be a high school freshman this year. That's breaking my heart a little bit because he's growing up on me.
Right.
Voice is getting deeper. He's
Yeah.
taller than me now.
Yes.
And then my princess is Tiara. She'll be 18. She'll be 18 in September, but she's getting ready to start college. So that's a big transition for the family as well. So.
All right, so you got it going on.
Oh, yeah, hands
one
are
in
full.
college, one in high school.
Yes.
And the
Right.
love of your life.
And the
Your man,
love
your
of
man,
my
your man.
life.
That's the name of the book.
There you go.
My man, my man, my man.
Well, she might have a few different books.
Right.
It might be a few different books. So, Tetra, I have a very important question
Yes.
to ask you, and I'm sure you have thought about this. Why do you want to be Miss USA?
There's so many reasons. One is, listen, like I said, from a little girl, right? It's the dream. But the bigger vision is, again, just women knowing that it is all possible. You can do it all. If you're graced enough to do it, you can do it. There are no barriers. It doesn't matter to me that I'm 44 years old.
Right,
I have the wisdom, I have the experience, and I have the drive and the passion, and I have a global message. You Are the Crown is a message that women all over the country, if you could interpret it and put it in another language, every woman needs to hear that you have an identity, you have a purpose, and you have platforms where you can find your voice and make a difference in your community. And that's something that transcends generations, cultures, races, all the things.
I love it.
go.
Would you mind? I got an idea after the show.
After the show.
After the
okay.
show. After
I'm
the
like,
show.
wait.
No, it's
Are you sure? Remember, she's an attorney. She
Right,
understands
right.
contractual obligations. So I'm like, wait.
I have this amazing idea.
Okay.
I think that would benefit everything that both of you are doing.
I'm
I'll share it
excited-
with you.
I'm excited to hear about your ideas.
Only like 10 minutes. Just need like 10 minutes,
So
right?
what's nice, what's actually really awesome about Ivan, he's an idea generator. And I learned that phrase in college. You want to surround yourself with individuals who are constantly coming up with ideas.
Yeah.
And even though it may not work, keep coming up with ideas. So you're an idea generator, Ivan.
It
And I
was-
love that about you.
And I appreciate that. It was so last night. Lately I've been doing a lot of praying and a lot of just meditating and just listening from and from God. And so last night I went to sleep. Like I go to sleep now with my earphones on with affirmations playing while I'm asleep.
That's
And,
powerful.
Oh my gosh! And one of it that sticks out. It says, "I'm an idea generator, and all my ideas work." So like, I'm like, I'm blown away because I'll share with you, but no.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Well, I do want to talk about some appearances that you have made already,
Yes.
and you want to continue. So
I
this
do.
is an opportunity for anybody watching
Yeah.
to how they can contact you and book you for more appearances.
Yes,
But Can you
yes.
share with us some of your most recent appearances?
Yeah, so I had an opportunity. We have, like I said, so many sponsors. And so I went up to North Jersey to visit with Dr. V at New Jersey Smile Center. So that was a lot of fun. And I actually ended up making it a date day. And
Okay.
we took the train into the city, my husband and I, and then went to the state fair
How was
that I
that?
heard
Oh,
you
state
missed.
fair.
they never called us back. They never, we were on fire. We were like,
you cannot miss the Delaware State Fair.
We're Miss Delaware USA next year, and that's your foot in the door. But that was a lot of fun.
I have Blue Rocks coming up this week. I'm very excited about that.
You throwing out the first pitch?
I am throwing out the first pitch. Now I have to practice because I have to make it look good for the team. I have to represent the team right. So there'll be a lot of practice with that going on. So lots of appearances, and I have some other things coming up next month that I'm really excited about, and some sponsors I'll be visiting this week.
Excellent.
And just so much to do, but I'm so excited. And it's just a short period of time. So I got to soak it all up and get as much done as possible.
Oh my gosh, this is life-changing. This is life-changing for both of you. This is like insanely and I'm just thinking like, like you said, just the story behind it and the women that will be encouraged and inspired, and not to just, be who God designed them to be, but to just, and using you as a vehicle, right? You coming up with an idea years ago and trying, and now it's like we have her.
Yes.
The world has her, and the world has the next generation of women that come through your program. It's just an ecosystem of greatness. So.
Right, and I appreciate those supportive words, right? We do appreciate that, Ivan. I know that Tetra has been actively advocating for women of all ages.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about. You're here and also inspiring, but also you are giving hope to that woman that may be too scared to enter the pageant, maybe is not sure or feels outdated, too old, or it's too late. It's never too late to follow your dreams, right? It is never too late to follow your dreams. So what message would you give to maybe a young or old or any age, a woman out there listening, tuning in? What message would you leave them or give to them about competing for the Miss Delaware USA title?
Yeah, so all the things that I already said about knowing who you are and being secure in that, but also watching the company you keep. It is so important who's whispering in your ear and whose advice you're listening to. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who will inspire you, who will encourage you when you're doubting yourself, because there were moments where I'm like, I'm crazy, have I lost my mind? But I have a village who says, no, you have not. I got you, keep going. And so I really think that's one of the biggest takeaways in my journey, is that where I am, I got there because of the crew.
Oh my God, yes.
That I surrounded myself with. So if you're on the fence, if you're a little nervous, do it anyway, and find a support system who will support that decision. I had people who didn't think that I should do this. I had people who didn't think it was a good idea or was a good look for me, but I didn't listen. And so now look.
I love is the tribe, right? You gotta have your tribe. Your tribe will be the ones that inspire you when there's no inspiration, to motivate you when there's nothing to be motivated, and to just pull greatness out of you when you feel like giving up, right? And I thank God for my tribe. I know you thank God for your tribe
Every single day we thank. I said it earlier, my husband and my family. I thank God every day for my tribe. But you're also a part of my tribe, and you're also a part of my tribe, and everybody here on set is a part of my tribe. So it does take a village, right? So thank you for that positive messaging, Tetra. And Ivan and I wish you the best of luck as you prepare for the Miss USA pageant. Stay tuned for dates. They will announce it every day, and I'll make sure I announce it here on DETV for Good Morning Delaware when the date will be announced, but they're saying fall. And for more information, visit MissDEUSA.com. And again, thank you, Tetra, for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm so blessed. Thank you.
And before you get out, what type of attorney are you?
Family law.
Family law.
Yes.
Okay, I want to plug that because people
things.
are like, wait a minute, what did she do? What did she do? I might need to call her. Like, okay.
Yes, and I have my own practice, Benton and Shockley Law in Dover, Delaware, but I do take cases throughout the state.
Family law.
There you go.
Love it, love it. Thanks again for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back, everyone, to Good Morning Delaware. Our next guest is Miss Delaware Teen USA 2025, Callie Williams. Good morning, Callie.
Morning.
Good morning, Vincenza. Good morning, Ivan.
Good morning. Congratulations. Let's
Thank
start right
you
there.
so much.
Right there. Super, super proud of you. I watched from the balcony.
That's right. Ivan
like the
was
Phantom of the Opera.
Ivan was there. He had the opportunity to attend the Miss Delaware USA, Miss Delaware Teen USA pageant this
beautiful,
year.
Beautiful
And
event.
this is your second time attending, right?
Second time attending. One of the most electrifying events in the state of Delaware. Well done, Vincenza and Margarita, for putting that together.
Thank you.
B&M Productions.
That's right. Yes.
I love it. I went last year and didn't know what to expect.
He's never been to a pageant.
Never
just
been
so
to
you
a
know,
pageant.
Callie.
I went last year.
And I've been talking about it for a few years.
For a few years.
I've been talking about it for a few years, right?
And I will never miss another pageant. It is what Delaware needs, right? And then just to see the young women come out there and give it their all. Right. And then watching, I'm privileged enough to watch the behind the scenes, the background after, you win, the photo shoots, the interviews. And I'm like, wow, like that is a lot.
It is.
Now I want to know how you prepped for it, right? And then,
So my story is a little unique. So I actually started competing 2 years ago, and both the times, so this is my third time competing, my last year of eligibility for the title.
Wow.
So a lot of pressure there. My first 2 times competing, I had 5 to 6 months to prep for it. So you're talking interview coaching, walk-in coaching. I have 3 different wonderful coaches who I work with that I'm so blessed to work with, along with just getting your body and you mentally and physically ready to take on a stage, right? This time I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna compete, I'm gonna take a step back. It was my senior year of high school. And I said, you know what, I'm just gonna take a chill pill this year. I don't have to do it all at once. 12 days before the pageant, I'm actually on my senior vacation with my friends after I graduated high school.
Senior week, right?
Senior week in Dewey Beach, Delaware, actually. And my mom calls me and goes, I'm gonna call Vincenza. I'm signing you up for the pageant. I said, Mom, you know it's in 12 days. She goes, you can do it. Just wear your dress from last year and get a quick meeting with your coaches. I said, let's do it. And now here we are. So I am very blessed that it turned out as great as it did.
Yes, and keep in mind, even though she entered 12 days prior to the pageant, you've been training for how many years?
Going on 3 years now.
Right, and that's something that I always like to remind my title holders, that you didn't just start training yesterday.
Right.
You've been training years for this moment.
Yeah.
And it's all about God's timing.
That's
Definitely.
right.
And we do believe in that. We talk about that all the time, that your time was not yet.
No.
And you have to persevere and you never give up. And look what happened, right? Thanks, Mom, right?
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Mom. Shout out to
If she's
Mom.
watching.
Right? What do we do without our moms, right? We talk about it all the time. What we do without our moms. So shout out to all the moms out there for believing in us, right? Believing in us. And speaking of believing in us, believing in yourself, right?
Yes.
So what advice would you give maybe someone that has never competed before but is showing interest in the Miss Delaware Teen USA pageant? What advice would you give them to maybe say, hey, why don't you try this space? Why don't you try the pageant?
I actually love that you asked this, because a few months back, so I'm very close with my criminal justice teacher from Middletown, where I graduated high school, and her daughter is about my age, and she was interested in competing. She does theater, she does all kinds of different activities. I said, she's gorgeous. Like Kaylee, she was Miss Felton Teen this year. She's absolutely gorgeous. She actually won the B2B modeling contract. Yes. So I was so proud of her for that. She stepped out of her comfort zone, and I was texting her. I was like, girl, I will help you. We can do this. Like, I will be backstage with you. We're gonna get you a crown. We're gonna get you, we're gonna get you something.
Right.
We're gonna do it. Right. So honestly, just having that tenacity and pushing forward and trying new things, that's the biggest advice I'd give anyone.
There you go, trying new things, stepping out of your comfort zone and trying
100%.
something new and different.
I think I'm just more fascinated with the dog in you. And what I mean by that is, you didn't win the first time, you didn't give up. When you didn't win the second time, you didn't give up.
Right.
But that thing in you, right, that just grew.
Something was eating at me.
Yeah, it was just eating at you. And you gotta, like, I was brought up that you gotta have that dog in you, like you never give up. Like, how was that, like the being upset that you didn't win, but where was your mindset when you said, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna show them, I'm going to go, I'm going to give it my best, right? Even if I lose, but I'm going to give it my best. Like, what was that mindset like that for you?
Honestly, I'm just really stubborn, to be honest. I just don't like giving up on things.
There you go.
I've always stuck through things that I try. I love trying new things. When I was in middle school, I did theater. I started lacrosse in 8th grade, and I played all throughout high school. I just don't like to give it up, no matter how hard it's getting, no matter how many people are telling you that you can't do this and that this is not for you. It will be. You just have to get to that point.
Right.
So, Callie, obviously I know a lot about Callie, right? And I've had the opportunity and privilege to get to know her throughout the years. So when you have the opportunity to get to meet your new title holders, you learn so much more about them.
Yes.
But Callie, I really would love for you to share with Ivan and all of our viewers and listeners a little bit more about your advocacy, because it's truly significant. It really is impactful. So share with us a little bit more about, we call it a personal platform. So a little bit more about your advocacy and what you're passionate about.
So my goal, surprisingly, is actually to be a Delaware State Trooper. That is my biggest career goal since I was a little girl. I've always wanted to go into law enforcement, specifically state police. I'm a true Delaware girl. It just makes the most sense for me. Throughout my senior year, I actually was researching the human trafficking issue in this state. I learned that we fall in the top 10 of cases across the country, which is insane because we're the second smallest state. I found that we lack in education. I conducted a survey at Middletown High School, where I graduated from, and I found that only, I think it was 3 kids out of the almost 180 that I surveyed had ever been spoken to by a teacher about the issue and had education in school.
Yeah.
Only 1 student knew that both boys and girls were targeted. And I think that's really alarming. So I created a advocacy program, a campaign called Unseen, the Hidden Crisis, where I am partnered with Nemours Children's Hospital and the Appoquinimink School District, and we're bringing forward educational campaigns for this school year to help increase the awareness around an issue that really plagues our entire nation. But starting in Delaware is the small steps we can take towards granting equal access to every student on something that really needs to be talked about.
Right, and it is a tough conversation,
You're damn right.
but it needs to be had.
Oh my
right?
God, without a doubt.
Especially to our youth.
Yes.
Right, especially to our youth, and I admire what Callie is doing, is having that difficult conversation and providing education around it. And I think that's what's most important, is that you're not afraid to talk about it, but 2, you're providing education, resources, things that maybe not, we don't know.
Right.
Like the statistic, for example.
That right there
she
she just gave was insane.
Right, we did not know.
Yeah.
So with your initiative, what do you hope to do throughout your reign as Miss Delaware Teen USA as you continue to advocate for your passions?
So I have continuous meetings with my nurses at Nemours Children's Hospital to help, bring more resources about and stories and cases that I can bring to an educational level to really explain why this is so important. I'm also looking forward to Miss Teen USA, where I have the opportunity to speak to a panel of judges about my advocacy work and what we're doing in Delaware and how we can really bring that to a national level, working with organizations like the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, where we can bring this to every state, because it's an international issue.
Yes.
But starting nationally where we can, it starts at a state level and it expands from there. So, bringing it forward, showing that this is a unique platform, a unique, advocacy program that we can really bring forward to Miss Teen USA, I think is super important.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
This is one thing, and Vin, and this question is for you, because I think that when young women see this, like what they can get out of VNM Productions, out of your pageant, right? With things like advocacy and the questions like that, what other human elements do you have that's in your pageant? Because this is wonderful, that like just to hear a young woman say, this is what I'm focusing on. A lot of them are like, hey, I'm focusing on, fashion, this, or who's doing this, but to see Miss Teen USA saying, hey, I want to make a change in the world. What other avenues do you have that's in your pageant that young women have to get ready for?
Well, the beautiful thing about the Miss Delaware USA and Miss Delaware Teen USA pageant is that it's what you make of it, right? It's what you make of it. And that's something that I always am vocal about to my title holders, to contestants, to anyone that's involved. It's really what you make of it and what you want to do with it. You're provided this opportunity, right? And you have to go out there and continue to grow your advocacy, to speak about your advocacy, but also the beautiful skills that you develop throughout the years, right? Communication skills, right? Public speaking skills, right?
Interview skills,
interview skills. Not only did Callie know how to dress herself with this gorgeous outfit she has on today, she did her own hair and makeup too.
I did.
So being able to put yourself together for a very important interview.
Right.
So you are developing life skills that you can take with you wherever you go in any career you want to do. And that's a beautiful thing about pageantry. It's what you make of it, yes, but also you can take these skills and apply it to anything you do, any occupation. Look at this photo right here. There you go, Callie, how did you feel? Callie, how did you feel?
Honestly, I think I blacked out looking back because I'm like thinking, I was actually watching Touch Her, my miss. I was watching her interview when you asked her, how did you feel? And she gave you this big elaborate answer. And I was like, how did I feel? I was like, I don't even remember. I think I was shocked that my name was called as the winner and not a runner-up, because my first 2 years I was second and then first runner-up. So that's what I was kind of expecting again.
Right.
And then to hear Miss Delaware Teen USA is Callie Williams, I was like, oh my God, I was shaking, I was sweating. I don't honestly remember exactly how I felt. Very overwhelmed.
Look at that, I think the picture says it all.
It really does.
Oh my God.
I think I actually said, oh my God, watching the video back, I dropped. I don't even know where I was going.
Right. Yeah, I saw you.
Perfect.
He was like,
I was like, oh my God,
what do I do? What happens now?
No, that's how it felt.
There's-
Yeah,
oh,
and
look
this
at that
moment was
moment.
just,
Oh,
oh my
that's such
gosh.
a
I forgot the cannons were gonna go off, so that was a jump scare in
Yes.
itself.
Dennis, just leave that one up right there.
It's
Leave-
such a
leave that one
spectacular
up.
moment
Yeah.
right there. So, Callie, I have a very important question for you.
Yes.
Why do you want to be Miss Teen USA?
Honestly, not only to expand on the platform that I've already built at state level, but to show a new generation of little girls that it's not just about a crown and that's not just about a title and the fashion and the photo shoots, but that you can be a girl who wants to go into a male-dominated field like law enforcement, but also embrace your femininity and know that that's who you are on the inside. You can still get dressed up and look cute and have makeup on, but then you can go Monday morning, you can go and arrest a criminal who did
I know
something
that's right.
absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So being multifaceted, showing that it's not just an or, it's an and. You can be both.
Yeah.
There you
I love it.
go.
Callie, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And I want to ask this because you just brought up Vincenza. Like, what's next? What's next for you? Other than all the
What's next, right?
What's next, right? And you gonna pull out that list like.
So there's a lot of prep from Miss Teen USA. I was able to go to New York only 2 days after I was crowned, and I actually designed my gown with Giovanni from the ground up, which was an absolutely insane experience. I wish I could tell you about it, but I can't. It's going to be a surprise from the Miss Teen USA stage. Yep, it'll be a surprise. I am actually going to New Jersey today to design my state costume and to work with the costume designers. So that is super, super exciting. So just getting all my prep ready. I work at a hair salon, and I'm starting my first year at Delaware Technical Community College in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Congrats.
And I'm actually starting my second semester classes in my first semester because I took classes in high school.
Oh wow.
So I have a lot on my plate prepping for Miss Teen USA, as well as doing my appearances throughout the next few months. So busy book.
Unstoppable. I
Yeah.
love it.
All right,
I
Callie,
love it.
what we need you to do, that's your camera right there.
Okay.
All right. Give your message to young women that maybe feel like giving up
Oh,
or,
no.
or thinking that they're not enough. From Miss Teen USA to them that's sitting at home or sitting somewhere on a bus stop that feels like the world doesn't see them. What would your message be?
We don't give up. Strong-willed, strong-minded young girls do not give up. We continue on. We embrace who we are. We have tenacity and we keep going. It doesn't matter. You can block out everyone else who is telling you no, that you can't. All you need is a little spark to ignite inside of you to know that this is where you are meant to be and you were put here for a reason. So to keep going.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Love it.
I'm so
Thank you.
proud of you. I'm so
I
proud
am.
of you. He knows.
Vincenza's like the grandmom, right? They're like,
Oh
that's
my God, I swear
baby.
she's my second mom, I swear.
Like last year, she was like, I'm so proud of her. This year, I'm so proud. Look, I'm so happy for both of you.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
I'm
you.
happy. I'm
Thank you.
extremely happy for
Yes,
both of you.
thank you.
Again, to see what Delaware has, it's definitely I don't want to call it a diamond in the rough. It is a rose among
We're the
thorns.
diamond.
And I really appreciate what
Thank
you're doing.
you.
Yeah.
And thank you for doing what you do and
Thank
not
you.
giving up. I think that's I believe that story alone has so much volume and so
Yeah.
much validity that it will change someone's life. So, Corporal, all right.
Colonel, I hope.
Colonel,
There you go.
congratulations.
Yes.
And keep us posted on what you have going on next.
Definitely.
We would love to show you off to the world.
Great.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
We got to put this thing into our next guest. I'm excited because we had ourselves a night to remember and experience at the link. That was crazy.
And let me tell you something. That Dr. Dawn Mosley.
Oh man, she
No,
doesn't
her
mess around.
moms, if you're watching, that is my girl. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, we had a great time.
Oh,
But
so
we
good.
did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
We
It was
were-
nice
we
to be
were
back at the
tired.
link.
We were
It was a
tired.
long day, but I did 14 years with the Eagles, and
Yeah.
I was on those sidelines, so it was really nice to get back down there to see a lot of those people that
Yeah,
I knew.
yeah.
And because of that, I think we got a little extra access.
We
And
was in
were
the
right
basement.
there. We were literally
In the tunnel.
behind the scenes. We were on the field. We did everything but call the plays, I think, to be honest with you, out
And I
there
think-
that first half.
And I think if we were still there rocking with Dawn, she would have had us calling some plays.
Oh man,
Because
they were.
yeah.
Listen, Deshaun didn't need us. He had it
Nope.
figured out.
Nope.
In the end, ultimately DSU won. But let's talk about this experience. Let's get
Let's
our
bring her in.
friend over
Let's-
here.
yeah, let's just bring in Dr. Dawn Mosley, VP of Marketing and what else? Marketing and Communications.
Yo, listen,
And
she's
what
got a
else
whole
we
hat
need to
rack.
get done?
Yeah, a whole
Get it-
hat
get it
rack.
done.
She puts them all on.
Yes,
Get it
Get it
done.
done. That's the
Get
get
it done, lady.
Get it done.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Get
You
her
had
good.
yourself a week.
Oh,
Like, talk
my
about this week
goodness.
leading up to that game.
What a
so
week.
much media exposure. Unbelievable
Yes,
stuff.
unbelievable, unprecedented,
Yeah.
amazing. And first, thank you for having me here. Let me tell you what the week leading up to that, especially with First Take,
Beautiful.
having Cam Newton and Stephen A. on campus that first week was
The
just
energy, though.
oh my goodness. I will tell you the most powerful moments, though, when our students had an opportunity to connect with each of them during production, as setup and meetings. Amazing day. As you saw the footage too, they rocked the house. Our cheerleaders, our football, baseball, everybody, softball, basketball, you name it, track, everybody was in the house.
Straight up,
everybody
though,
was in the house.
I think that I got a question for you. Do you guys have a roof? Did you blow the roof off that building?
We did.
You might have a reconstruction project.
Yes, we are accepting,
goodness.
some gifts, funding to help us replace that roof.
Yeah, so where do they send the money?
Delaware State University, desu.edu.
What was your best part about Thursday night? Because it was so much.
Oh, man.
It was so, looking in the stands, seeing our students engaged, our alumni engaged, you want to talk about a moment.
Yeah.
The wins, of course, always make the moment,
Yes,
but that's
right.
the end. It's everything leading up to it. We were all over the stands. We were talking to everybody.
Yeah.
And you guys are right. You got in and out of
we
rooms.
were right in there. Like you said, you
everywhere.
had cameos left and right. Cam Newton,
Yes.
Beast Mode,
Yes.
Brandon Graham, Big Dom.
Big Dom.
Yes.
Ike, our man.
We were meeting
Ike,
everybody. We were everywhere.
WIP and Philadelphia Eagles lore.
It felt so at home.
The Philly sports guy.
Oh,
The
listen,
Philly sports.
PSG
Oh my
in the building,
gosh.
Philly sports
That
guy
was so much
represented.
fun.
How much fun
That was so
was it to watch the reaction to
From the
him?
black students.
bananas.
From the
They
black
went
students.
bananas.
Come on,
They
man.
knew who he was.
That was
From the
amazing.
moment they grabbed him, please, let's take a
Yes.
selfie. They
Yo.
grabbed him. Where were we sitting in the tunnel for 45 minutes
Yes.
just waiting for people to
That
take that with
Yes.
the band?
did that video with him.
It was great.
Yeah, that was
It
crazy.
That was
It
epic. Such a
was
moment.
great. And we
Such a
appreciate
moment.
him bringing that energy too,
Yeah.
because he never denied the moment with the students.
Listen,
either.
it's one of
never
the things
denied it.
I've been fortunate enough to know Jamie, the Philly sports guy, for a
Yes.
long time, and it is one of the things that guy always shows up.
Just
Yeah.
And he
energy
is the
10
most
times.
gracious person
Wonderful spirit.
I've ever seen when it
Yes,
comes to that. It takes a
wonderful.
lot.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
he embodies
and he
and
turns it.
shoulders
Yes,
a lot.
yes.
Yeah.
And
His
he really is
engagement.
the representative right now. He's essentially the first ever official professional fan.
Are you serious?
It's his full-time job, and he is so committed to the city of Philadelphia and the surrounding community
Yeah.
to represent,
see
to try
that,
to change
yes.
But
the
he
narrative.
changed
Can
that
you see
color
that
from green and
moment?
white.
Oh, man.
And
He-
I was so
he
excited
looked
to
good
be
in
able
those
to.
colors.
And how great. I mean, the timing was awesome.
Yeah.
We connect to put that white jersey on him with the Jackson on it with the 10.
Yeah.
He was in the
It was-
moment.
Yes.
We were in the rain.
Yeah.
In the
And we
rain.
made it happen anyway.
But we
did.
also got to give a shout out to the White George.
Oh,
Yes,
man, White George was
he
awesome.
White George was in the
Yes, the
building
White George
also.
was
Yes, sir.
incredible.
Yeah,
It was
and
incredible.
Dennis,
He
give
was
another
everywhere.
picture of White George. Throw that up. It was all of us that, upstairs, right?
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
the governor.
With the governor,
there.
White George,
Yes.
we're all together.
We were all
had so
together.
many great moments. What's the biggest takeaway? Where do you go from here? How do you kind of take this moment?
That's a great question. And I think
Great question.
The takeaway is that it shows that it's possible.
Yeah.
It really shows the possibilities when we come together and work together and we can fill the stands.
Right.
And we can have a
it was
positive
great.
environment, a positive event, and uplift and have impressions and reach up like no other. So this is really what it's about. This is just saying that our HBCUs were powerful, were impactful, we can make a difference, and it was all in good experience, good faith. And you saw the red, white, and blues over here.
man.
We had our reds, we had our greens, and it didn't matter. We were there to
Both
have it.
bands doing their thing. Awesome.
Your
killing
battle
it.
of the bands was. I'm sorry, I had to take some footage
Yeah.
for social media. My bad. They in the back like, don't you dare
We'll
pause that.
stop. We
I
never
had
stop.
to. But no, battle of the bands was crazy.
Oh,
Look,
yes.
as much as I love Del State.
Yes.
Norfolk State. You see
They
how
were-
many people they had in their
Yes.
band?
Yeah, they were loud too. They were loud. They were loud. They were
you
loud.
talk about-
They were taking their moment. That's for sure.
You talk about the takeaways too, and watching them in the background,
Yeah.
Yes.
and the bands and interacting with each other. That's just HBCU
Oh,
love.
it's just
so
so
good.
good.
That's just what it is.
Yes.
Listen.
And everybody enjoyed themselves from the
No
from the
doubt.
door to the floor. It
Oh,
was
man.
amazing.
The door
From the
to
door
the
to
window.
the floor.
And so much more. Dawn, literally, you are absolutely the best. So good to have you here.
Thank you for
You
being
know it.
here.
You need to stick around a little bit more.
I'll
You need to
be
show your
here.
face more often.
Bring the
And we need to get some
Yes.
students
Oh,
out
oh,
here as
yes.
well
They are so
Students.
to
excited. And
enjoy this process.
Can I tell you, thank you for encouraging them to be
Yes.
a part of this.
Yes.
We have photos galore
I know
of
you
all
do.
of us
Yes.
Yeah.
and our DESU TV. Shout out
And-
to them for
and
our
I
Shout out
think
to
we
them.
even have a
They're
clip.
all- yes, we do.
I think we have a clip
Yes,
that they
we
sent
do.
over. I don't know if they're
Yes.
going to be able to cue it up or not. But ultimately, we
amazing.
appreciate the collaboration.
Yes.
We look forward
It's
to more
about them.
opportunities
It's
for
about
all
them.
of us
Yes.
to work together,
Yes.
to rise up.
Yes.
You know, that's what it's about, right? We got to lift each other up. We got to stop breaking each other down. Come together.
Yes, that's what this
And that's
Good
a
Morning
beautiful thing.
Delaware segment
And that
has been
felt
all
like-
about.
No doubt.
Connecting. Outreach, and inclusion
Yes.
of our
Yeah.
students and what that means for their careers.
And
So thank you.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right, and thank you, because it's like when we had the conversation with the food bank, you know, talking about food insecurities, and like this is not a white person thing. This is not a black person thing. This is a human thing, right?
This is humanity.
This is humanity, and the only way we get through that is just we got to get
Listen,
back.
we've all got to be able to stand next to each other and walk forward together.
Yes.
Right.
Side by side, even keel, boom. Let's go.
Bang, boom.
We showed
It's
that.
simple.
We showed that.
And we showed that with the two white guys with a mohawk.
it's great.
Two white guys with mohawks at an HBCU game.
See, listen, this
Having a
party
blast.
could go on all day. I am sure
I wish
the
it
vibes
wouldn't
are good.
end, yes.
But we have an interview coming up here next with Daniel Greenwald from the Delaware Renaissance Fair. Matt Ford, our man's going to be kind of taking that.
Nice.
We're going to keep this thing moving. Thank you for tuning in to Good Morning Delaware. Ivan, good times, man.
Good time. Take us out, Dawn. Take us out. There you go. There you go.
Delaware State University with the big win. Thank you. Good morning, Delaware. We will be back. Trust me, it's just the beginning.